I would eat every 2 hours. I was eating 4,800 calories of fish. No chicken. I would just do straight fish, rice, and broccoli. I didn't eat meat. I wouldn't really do any chicken. I just stayed away from the ketchup. It was just a really, really strict diet.
I like flounder because it's the cleanest source of protein that I believe that you can get. I would just have it plain, baked in the oven. I'd probably do about 1 pound each meal, which I would have about 7 pounds of flounder a day.
Look, anyone can show up to the gym. Lifting weights, that's the fun part. That's why everyone loves training, right? It's exciting, it's loud, it's energy. But here's the thing, that's not where the real battle is. The real grind, it's in the kitchen. Eating clean, eating right, doing it day after day, no excuses. That's where most people tap out. Everybody wants the results, the glory, the stage lights, but almost nobody wants to do what actually gets you there.
And right now what we're doing is feeding him because he needs lots of food to prepare for the Olympia.
This is what he'll eat for one day.
Those fallbacks for one day?
I would diet on fish. Like, I would diet, man. I would diet.
Kevin Levrone went into full beast mode for his contest prep. For 3 months straight, no cheat meals, no slip-ups, just pure discipline. He ate 6 meals a day, every single day. Now here's the part that'll blow your mind. He ate only fish. Yeah, you heard that right.
Each one of these is a pound of flounder.
For 3 months, Kevin ran on nothing but fish. Meal after meal, day in, day out. No chicken, no steak, no fancy variety, just fish, over and over again. Most people can't handle clean eating for a week. Kevin did it for 90 days and didn't flinch. That's the level of commitment that separates the average from the elite.
I'm almost full already. I just started. 2 pieces of flounder, asparagus, and sweet potato.
I know when I used to do things, I would diet, even though I'd break out into my training, but I would diet 3 months. Fish, rice, and broccoli. I would do cardio, an hour a day, sometimes 2 hours a day. I would get up, do an hour cardio on an empty stomach, eat my first meal, then I would train for about an hour in the gym. I would come home at 12 o'clock, I would take a nap till 2 o'clock, I would eat my meal. At 3 o'clock, I would be back in the gym, training legs for about 2 hours until 6 o'clock. I would eat a meal. I would eat a meal, sleep in the gym, get up, do cardio again that night for like an hour on an empty stomach, take a shower, then I would go to bed. That's just one day. I would do that every day, 7 days a week.
The gym teaches us discipline. It teaches us sacrifice. And when you're deep in a diet, pushing your body to the limit, that's where true mental strength is forged. That's the hardest part. Kevin's diet? It was simple, but relentless. No seasonings, no ketchup, no extras, just clean, quality food. Because in bodybuilding, your nutrition is the one thing you can control. And if you can't even stay on top of that, you have no business being in this game.
Every other week we buy 40 pounds of flounder. You go through a total like 5 pounds of fish, meat, and or chicken every day.
Every day.
5 pounds.
5 pounds.
How much does it cost?
Well, on an average, it costs between $400 to $500 a week just for the food.
Just the mindset of going without, I didn't put any season on my food. Fish for 12 weeks, flounder.
Most guys think it's easy, like eating plain food with no seasoning, no ketchup. For 3 months straight is no big deal, but try it. 0 flavor, it's not easy. It's hell.
Talking about on a diet, I didn't eat ketchup on my diet. I didn't eat steak. I would eat fish, rice, and broccoli, plain food like that. You kind of like go through this pain and suffering. I didn't eat red meat. I wasn't into red meat. I started throwing in turkey burgers every now and then, but when I got 6 weeks out from the show, it was strictly fish, rice, and broccoli.
The last 2 meals of the night for him. He eats the burger in the morning, chicken in the afternoon, and fish, and then no carbs at night.
There was a moment where sometimes I would just eat, I would take rice and roll it up into the fish, and I would just eat that for like 2 weeks, 0 carbs for 2 weeks. Already being in shape and having my body fat below 3%, I would just experiment and do this stuff for the psyche, for the mindset. I didn't want to sleep in my bed. I didn't want to be around anything that was comfortable. I wanted to feel like, you know, it's that illusion, the small joints, the small tie-ins. But to get to that, to get to the skeletal system of your body, what do? You gotta diet down. You gotta diet all that fat down. You gotta diet that water out of your system, and then you'll see the sculptor of true bodybuilding in that Greek stature look that comes through.
There's no shortcut when it comes to diet. Period. It's not about what tastes good or what feels easy. People say, oh, just make it a lifestyle and it'll come naturally. Nah. Even when the food tastes good, you still got to eat it 6-7 times a day. That's commitment. Try eating 2 cups of rice and 8 to 10 ounces of protein every single meal. 7 meals a day. Real food. No skipping, no swapping. People ask, can I eat something other than chicken? Is there something I can eat other than fish? Guess what? Kevin Levrone ate 7 pounds of flounder every single day. That's what it takes.
That I recommend, that would be fish. Fish is the cleanest protein source that you possibly can get, and the type of fish that I recommend would be flounder and salmon. Well, I can briefly describe my diet. I would always do flounder fish. I like flounder because it's the cleanest source of protein that I believe that you can get. I would just have it plain, baked in the oven. I'd probably do about 1 pound each meal, which I would have about 7 pounds of flounder a day. And I would have a cup of mixed vegetables with each meal that I would have, and that would be with every time I ate as well. And then I would do brown rice.
That thin skin, this is what it takes to get the rips, the shreds. But not only do we shred away the fat between the skin, we shred away the fat within the muscle.
Yep, intramuscular.
So it's another whole level of dieting.
You would see your face just sink in, and your skin would be like paper thin after living like that, and you could barely even perform on stage. You feel like you're going to pass out on stage. We would have oxygen backstage because we were so lean and we were so depleted. And to get that conditioning, you got to go through some pain and suffering.
Get that skin that thin skin, and it was just strictly all on fish for like 3 months. And it was a lot of sacrifice, a lot of pain, but I mean, that's when I say pain, I'm talking about like just the mental aspect of it.
And we spend about 3 hours a night cooking his food. He has fish, green vegetables, rice, sweet potatoes, chicken, and lean ground beef.
And I wouldn't live outside of the cycle. I wouldn't go to the mall, I wouldn't go to the movies, I wouldn't go to eat dinner nowhere, I wouldn't go to family reunions, I wouldn't talk to nobody, I wouldn't do anything. I just stay locked away. And I think when I'll go to my room, and I had guns on the floor and stuff, I would just sleep in the middle of them.
We pack his food up. We bought an extra refrigerator to put in the garage just to store his food. And every morning he comes over, goes in the garage and gets his food. That's about it.
It tastes good too.
I was gung ho into this all out dieting, and when I did it all out, you know, and I really suffered with my dieting.